You think you know why Google is dying. You think it's because their code is getting worse. You think it's because their AI, Gemini, is waking up too slowly, or because Sam Altman is a genius who outsmarted them. I'm here to tell you that is a shakeable notion. The reason the most powerful company in human history is bleeding has nothing to do with Python scripts or server farms. It is a simple, brutal economic law written in 2014 by a man Silicon Valley tries to ignore, Peter Thiel. In his manifesto, 0 to 1, he wrote a sentence that sounds insane to most business students. Competition is for losers. For 20 years, Google didn't compete. They were a monopoly. They were the one. But today, for the first time in 2 decades, they have been dragged down from the heavens and forced to fight in the mud. And as history shows, when a god is forced to bleed, they don't just get hurt, they die. To understand why this crash is happening, you have to understand the difference between capitalism and perfect competition. We are taught that capitalism is about competition. Thiel argues the opposite. He says that if you are competing, you are failing. If you open a restaurant, you have to fight for every customer. Your margins are razor thin. You don't have time to innovate because you're too busy trying to survive. That is competition. Google, for the last 20 years, has been a creative monopoly. They owned search. They owned the door to the internet. Because they had no competitors, they could print money. They could hire the best engineers, build self-driving cars, and map the entire planet simply because they could afford it. They went from 0 to 1. But then they got lazy. When you're a monopoly, you stop looking at the horizon. You start looking in the mirror. Google stopped building 0 to 1 products. They started building 1 to N products, iterations, slight improvements, a better pixel on the phone, a slightly faster search bar. They forgot the most dangerous rule of business. Proprietary technology must be 10 times better than its closest substitute, or you are just a commodity. And while Google was polishing their search bar, OpenAI wasn't trying to build a better search engine. They were building a god. Here is the uncomfortable truth about why you switched to ChatGPT. It wasn't logic, it was biological. There's a concept in evolutionary psychology called the Life Force 8, the 8 biological desires that drive every human action. Desire number 6 is superiority, winning, keeping up with the Joneses. Google search, at its core, makes you feel like a librarian. You ask a question, it gives you 10 links. You have to read, sort, filter, and work. It's a tool for a researcher. But AI makes you feel like a CEO. You give a command, write this code, plan this trip, fix my email, and it obeys instantly. This triggers a massive dopamine spike related to status and control. We didn't leave Google because the results were bad. We left because Google made us do the work, and AI did the work for us. It appealed to our laziness and our desire for power simultaneously. That is a biological hack that no amount of optimization can compete with. So, the obvious question, Google has billions of dollars. They have the data. Why don't they just copy OpenAI? Why don't they just release Search 2.0 that gives you the answer instantly? This is where the trap snaps shut. It's called the innovator's dilemma. Google makes money when you click links. If they give you the answer directly, you don't click the link. If you don't click the link, they don't sell the ad. If they don't sell the ad, they lose $160 billion a year. OpenAI has nothing to lose. They can burn the house down because they don't own the house. Google is the house. They're paralyzed. If they release a perfect AI, they destroy their own business model. If they don't, OpenAI destroys it for them. They're damned if they do and dead if they don't. There is one final concept from the 1960s that explains the final nail in the coffin. Eugene Schwartz's market sophistication. Google search is a level 5 market. We are bored of it. We are solution aware. We have banner blindness. We know the ads are fake. We know the SEO articles are garbage. The market is exhausted. OpenAI is a level 1 market. It's a new mechanism. And in the history of marketing, from Hopkins to Ogilvy to Jobs, the new mechanism always eats the old mechanism. Not because it works perfectly, but because it offers hope. It promises a new way to solve an old problem. Peter Thiel was right. Competition is for losers. Google spent 20 years avoiding competition, only to find themselves in the biggest war of the century. They're fighting a biological war against our desire for status and an economic war against their own business model. The question isn't whether Google will disappear tomorrow. They won't. The question is, can a company that was built to organize the world's information survive in a world that no longer wants to search for it? Or will they be forced to go back to zero? This is the 8th lever. Subscribe to see the invisible strings.